Alright, 3 months with the S23 Ultra. Is it worth the money? What has my experience been like? Good, bad? I'm gonna try to condense everything I say down and say it as quickly and efficiently as possible. So let's talk about it. Alright, let's start out by talking about price, because that's like one of the main factors when it comes to buying the phone, right? This phone has a hefty price tag of $1,200 for the base S23 Ultra, which for 8 GB of RAM is quite a lot of money. But with that being said, my personal S23 Ultra is the 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB storage version, so that's what this review is going to be based off of. Let's start out by talking about One UI. All of the animations are smooth, the interface is snappy, the 120Hz refresh rate screen pairs really well with all of this, creating a buttery smooth experience. But like I mentioned in my last S23 Ultra video, having a Google version and a Samsung version of almost every app is a bit annoying. But like most people, I have defaulted to pretty much using the Google version for basically everything. Customization is on point using GoodLock, and the fingerprint scanner is relatively fast, as well as the Face Unlock working pretty good. Not as reliable as Face ID, but you're getting all of this other stuff, you really can't complain. The fingerprint scanner is relatively fast, like I said, as long as you don't have a crappy screen protector on there. If you do choose to cover up this Gorilla Glass Victus 2, make sure you get a quality screen protector, or else you might have trouble with the thumbprint reader kind of not working a little wonky, and even worse in my opinion, you might get this weird looking area around the thumbprint reader which is noticeably clearer than the rest of the screen. That was my experience with my crappy screen protector, so learn from my mistakes and get a good one if you choose to. You've been warned. Moving on to the battery, this is going to be super quick, alright? 5,000 milliamp hour battery. The battery life is so good. It's going to handle whatever you throw at it throughout your day, and it's going to get you through the day no problems. Even with more intense 7 to 8 hour screen on time days, yeah, no problem. Look, you're not going to have a problem with the battery, alright? Enough said. If you do get low, 45 watts of fast charging is going to be able to get you back up there faster than the iPhone and faster than the Pixel 7 Pro as well. Moving on to design, basically the same as the S22 Ultra, nothing too crazy when it comes to the design. Of course, the corners are a little bit more rounded, but these can still dig into your hands a little bit when you're playing games in landscape mode. Not a big deal. Overall, I really love the minimal kind of design Samsung likes to throw with these devices. Besides it being really heavy at 234 grams, the design gets an A+ in my book. Design is of course subjective, but I personally, like I said, like the more minimal design. Gaming and audio both look and sound amazing on this device. Whether you are playing something simple like Candy Crush, or you are sitting down for some more serious and competitive gaming like playing COD Mobile, the 6.8-inch 120Hz refresh rate screen makes all of this look absolutely beautiful. You are going to be able to run any game at max settings and take advantage of every single pixel of that 501 pixels per inch. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy handles all of this extremely well, and I mean seriously, anything you play on this phone is gonna look amazing. The 1750 nits of brightness can be blinding, especially if you're in a dark room. Now, I'm not gonna spend too much time on cameras. Shutter lag has gotten better. There are fixes in settings that you can go into and kind of make it better as well. The pictures are saturated and sharp, which as long as you aren't a photographer that wants to edit that photo in Lightroom and post or anything, they look great. The photos that this phone pumps out look great. The 200 megapixel sensor bending 16 pixels down to 1 really puts out some great photos. Expect to get crisp, sharp subjects. The scene optimizer does a pretty good job, but if you want something a little more natural, you can always go in and turn that off. The 100 times zoom is nice. I find that you do need to be pretty steady when you are zoomed in that far, but this absolutely blows the iPhone zoom out of the water. You're not gonna get the same zoom on an iPhone, and you're also not gonna get the same quality either. One of my favorite features about the S23 Ultra is the S Pen. Now, I know some people still like to call this a gimmick, but there are tons of features that you can pull off with this thing that really make the experience of this phone better, in my opinion. Stuff like glance, taking screenshots, being able to control media with this thing. I've got a video showcasing my favorite features of the S Pen, so definitely go check that out if you really want to take advantage of everything this S Pen has to offer. I'll leave the links to this phone in the description if you want to check it out. I would say go for it if you're on the fence. If you already have the phone, I hope you're loving it as much as I am. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.